Good morning. Music down a little bit. Bitcoin. Bear with. Got to do some important things. There we go. That'll do. Oh, hay fever again this morning. That'll do. Oh, am I gonna sneeze? Hold on. I thought I'd like so hay fevery, so hay fevery. Okay, hopefully that's going to be better. Whew. All right. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Mido's in the house. Marco, CTR, Jim, Ufuk, Lucifer. Is this FabFilter Pro Q3 on the screen? You what? It was AgriTrade. I mean, unless I have my, no, I don't even have my production stuff on this anymore. Ow, good morning. April's real TA by an actual real life trader. Yes. Why am I? Lucifer says allegedly. Is that allegedly real life trader or allegedly something else? J Shroom, good to be back. Yes, good to see you. AZTV, just sold ETH. I bought on the dump around 32k at 3,200 at 3,400. Low time frame rejection. Okay, fair. I don't think BTC is weak. I'll go over this in a moment. I think this is okay here. Griff, good morning. New YouTube profile picture for you this morning, Griff, eh? Slightly different one. Prod Carlo, welcome. Andy Alexander, welcome. Lucifer, just kidding. Oh, 100%. It's fine. Let me just change that. It's too like just D. Just a D. A D is all we need. Oh! Wait, no! Griff and Glyph. There's two different ones. We've got Griff and Glyph. There you go. At least that made you chat, Glyph. That's the same profile picture. Griff is your nemesis. Glyph is Griff's nemesis, and Glyph. Okay. What does MNG mean? Oh, right, yeah, morning. Duh. Morning to you too. Yatugla. Moses, that is a cool name. Yatugula. All time frame VWAP's extremely bearish except yearly, which tested the other day for the second time. At what point do you flip bearish, Luke? I've already flipped bearish. I flipped bearish once we got acceptance within the gap within the single print. I mean, I flipped bearish when we rejected after the FO. Well, I shorted the double top, didn't I? So I guess I flipped bearish there. Did I not? Did I not flip bearish there? I mean, if you're talking about altcoins, I flipped bearish fucking here, guys. Someone getting run over outside by a lorry, or at least like almost. Yeah, I mean locally it's fine. Locally it's fine here. I like what we saw yesterday. I think it's natural that we're going to see a pullback. I'll go over these in just a moment, but I do think we can see a bit more upside towards the end of the day. There's something I'm very cautious about. and it's mainly on legacy markets, higher time frames. So I'm more cautious about if and when that happens. But yeah, we'll cover that in a moment. Essentially, right? NQ is coming into a real important area. So when that happens, I would expect a rejection and a bit of a dump, and then we'll see how Bitcoin can hold up then. Okay, anybody else in the chat? If there is anybody new here, then please do say hello. Hit the subscribe button. If you hit the subscribe button, the alert box should be working again now, which is very nice. So that's something we like. And if you super chat, the alert box should also be working. But anyway, we'll go on to Bitcoin. Can anybody, first of all, can anybody tell me what this just bounced off of? I mean, actually, apart from just having filled in gaps again, which is what we've been doing. So, like, this is kind of nice. A good move down, but there was something else as confluence here that OGs will know. Yeah, there's an order block. I'm not talking about anything to do with candles. If you remove the candles completely from the equation, there was something else interesting here. So, wait, we can't actually see where price bounced. If I remove the candles, you can't see where price is right now, can you? Previous day EQ, was it? It may be, actually. It may be. So, let me... Previous day EQ wasn't what I had in mind. No, it wouldn't have been from previous day EQ. Close. Close. Previous day something. Previous day something. Something. Yes, Bradley. Well done. Previous day VWAP close. Something I maybe haven't been talking about as much recently. But we did get that wick into the previous day VWAP close. So that was rather nice. And what we can see again here, Coinbase. There it is. Oh, look how perfect it was. Yeah, very nice, very nice. But we'll zoom back out. I just wanted to see who could get that first. Bradley CZH, are you in the crew currently? Or not? You are. Damn. I was going to say, if you're not right now, clearly you have been in the past, because there's not many people that speak about previous day VWAP closes in this world. But yeah, I was going to say 1 month free crew membership on the house for getting the question right. I'm going to do this more often. I'm going to ask some random questions. And if there are non-crew crews, actually what I'll do, Bradley, I don't know. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go along. We'll make it a little bit more interactive. I'll ask some questions. If there's any like non-crew peeps around, then I'll give away free crew memberships for any good chat. Yeah, I hadn't really thought any of this through. As always, I never think any of my streams through. I never think anything through. I just speak and do. I just do shit and stuff. Give the X crew members also some love. Nah, if you're X crew, why would I give you love? I mean, if you've never been in the crew and you're new to the channel, I'll give you love. If you're current crew, I'll give you love. If you're X crew, then why? Why are you X crew? Why are you not still in the crew? I mean, actually, no, that's fine. We've made you profitable, I would hope. And now you're doing fine just on your own. Right. Ow, stopped out yesterday. I'll wait to sweep equal highs. Or MH. Something. MH. To short again up to 55k. Not enough good signals. Shut up, Blue Raincoat. We're not a signals group. I mean, we kind of are sometimes. I do give signals, but not that many. Okay. Monday high. Yes, of course. I'm so slow in the morning. Sorry, I should know these things. I do know these things. I talk about these things all the time. It's very silly. It's very silly. Alright, we're going to pause the music momentarily and we're going to get straight on to the Bitcoin. If anyone's here watching on X, please click on the live chat, say hello. I'm going to pop out this live chat on X so I can see who is about, if anybody is there. We currently we've had, or X doesn't show us concurrent viewers, people who are watching right now, but 84 viewers on X. 53. Man, people are really like not trading right now, are they? They're really not. Hit the like button. We're only at 15 likes, which is poor. Yeah. This is very bad. Going on an ice bath journey league for performance. Wow. See, ice baths, I'm actually, I'm okay with ice baths. Like ice baths, plunge pools, those kind of things I'm good at. What I can't do is cold showers. I cannot do cold showers because it's just the act of like, if I don't have control over the situation and I just jump into an ice bath or like a really cold the sea, like I often go for a swim on New Year's Day, then I'm fine. But like cold showers are just, why would I choose to turn the water down cold? That sounds ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm talking nonsense again. Lucifer, I've noticed that X streams give more known traders 6 to 10 times more live views than YouTube. I just don't think YouTube is the channel for trading. No, so it's what so you know when you're scrolling your feed, basically, even if you just scroll past a live stream and you don't look at it at all, and you just scroll through it, it whacks on a viewer. So it's not actually, the viewers aren't real. They're not actually people watching. It's just like, oh, that person has just scrolled past it. So it's a very, very different thing. So it's always, you're always going to get like 10 times the amount of viewers on X. Yeah. It's highly inaccurate. Nikki, smash the like. Thank you. Everybody else, smash the like. And then we will begin with our analysis. Okay. Music off. Bitcoin chart is open. This chart will do. We always start with this 4-hour one. I still have a glitchy camera. It's very strange. Don't know why the camera is glitchy. It's very odd. Cool. Right. Hello traders, welcome to today's Bitcoin update, Wednesday the 26th of June 2024. Bitcoin has had a decent rally yesterday. Quite a decent rally. Still not showing like significant strength here, and we are right up against some very important resistance. So we'll see what happens throughout the next day or so. But I'm open to a little bit more upside, just straight away. But yeah, we are at some important resistance right now, and we're going to go over that in this video along with a load of other stuff. So before I get started, please hit the like button, please hit subscribe if you've not done so already. Check out tauruscrypto.com if you would like to learn more about our trading community. So you can join our trading community where we trade Bitcoin, altcoins, legacy markets on a daily basis. We also have a ton of educational content over there if you are wanting to learn the methods that we're showing in these videos. So starting off here with Bitcoin, I'm just going to flip this over onto the daily chart. And yesterday, yeah, it was a pretty decent bounce. So you've recovered more than 50% of the big move down that we had on Monday. So that massive capitulation that we had on Monday pretty much recovered like almost most of that day. But coming back into what we must now consider as this higher time frame resistance. So if we look at the range as a whole, this is on spot, by the way. Look at the range as a whole from when we kind of first came into this range back here in beginning of March, end of February. We've been trading within this range, and we're just like rejecting off of the value area low of this entire range right now. What we also have here is this daily OB. Now, what we had been anticipating previously was that this gap here had a pretty decent probability of acting as support if we were going to see a move higher. Okay, we had a nice impulse. You had the low that got put in on the 1st of May, right? You then consolidated impulse, and then we had this double top up at 72K here. Now, if this impulsive structure was going to hold, then we would have been looking for this 64K zone to hold. But as soon as we started to see that acceptance within it, last Friday being a really bad day, and then Sunday night basically confirming that this was indeed very bearish and we're going to be taking more liquidity, we've traded through that, and now we are back testing what many had hoped would hold as support here as resistance back into this daily OB, what you could potentially be like a breaker from the move up. Now that it's lost it, it's acting as that resistance with the potential for this to drop lower here. So certainly some tough areas for Bitcoin to get through, and we're also coming into higher volume and some significant levels above. Now drop it down onto the 4 hour, we can see here we've just been consistently making this high, low, lower, high, lower, 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 low, lower, high structure so far. And what we also have here is a gap on the 4 hour. Now these have consistently rejected, especially if you zoom in over here. Then these gaps on the 4 hour, okay, it accelerated to the point. Previously, okay, you've been rejecting off of them, so you have a little one back here, and you get that rejection, you get that double top. A little one here, all right, you get that rejection again, and then continuation lower. And then we got that acceleration down where they're not even back tested. Now, this is the first one that's really been back tested here. So we had the bounce, and then you have this box here is slightly extended. It's to the full extent of the single prints, because I think that's a more important zone. But we have that 4 hour, which basically there's your 4 hour gap. All right, and in terms of getting like confidence of seeing a move higher, you've really got to start to see some acceptance above this area. So this basically being an impulsive move down, an aggressive move down, short position, sellers very much in control, taking the initiative to push price lower. And this is where there was aggression. So the main like one-sided trading activity was taking place here initially to break this candle down. So here, all right, you break support. So you have a bit of an uptrend, you break down. So an aggressive move to break down. You then a fairly balanced, an aggressive move once again to break that support. And once again here, an aggressive move down to break through high time frame levels and to hit stops, to hit liquidations, and so on. Now, this is obviously where shorts are in control. So they're not going to want to, if you're bearish on Bitcoin, you're not going to want price to get back above here, because the sellers that were showing aggression to force price lower will be positioned within these zones here. So as soon as you start to flip that, okay, you're going to get shorts covering, and that's likely to move to the next level higher, just fairly naturally, because that's kind of what happens. All right, if suddenly you've bought something or you've sold something and then it ends up at a higher price, right, you're going to cover your losses, and you're going to expect this to be a higher price here. Now, until we break through that, you can't really be expecting so much more upside. It had a good few tests of it yesterday. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 times really you've tried to break above, failed to do so, and then on the latest occasion it was one of those like overnight, right, you open a new day, you sweep previous day highs, you then reject, and you start coming back into balance again here. Now, moving things down onto a 30-minute time frame, you can see this again very, very clearly. So I'm going to extend this box down so that we can see that is essentially where we have those single prints, and almost like this whole area here is that big impulse down. Okay, so initiative, selling going on to break it into that monthly level, then to take out the lows, and then to get this reversal here. You've had those 3 spikes into this resistance. So 3 taps here, you have a 1, you have a 2, you have a 3 taps into resistance, and now we're seeing this corrective move. Now, as support, okay, I still think if we are holding this structure where we had like a nice like low, we came back, and then we got this continuation, I wouldn't be against seeing some kind of correction here back down towards the monthly, back down towards this daily level. What I really would not want to see is anything that ends up getting essentially, once again, acceptance below these 2 zones here. So this like this angry bird looking kind of guy thing here, you really want to see these levels hold. If this is to drop lower, okay, quick drop down, and then you would want to see continuation higher. So you don't want to see those deep retraces. As soon as you gain acceptance below that monthly, again, I think it's all over, and we're going to be taking out those lows. Now, this could bounce before then as well. There's no real need for this to go any lower. There are some reasons as to why I think that we could have just put in a pretty decent low for this session so far. So essentially what we had was, we'll have to go down into the even lower time frames again here, is we had some gaps that had formed. So yesterday, this was towards the end of that New York session, we had another impulse to take the highs. All right. Now on each of these times where we've had these impulses higher, okay, you have the recovery, right? A very nice, just TWAPI effect recovery, just buy, recover, impulse through to hold. Yesterday morning when we were doing our live stream, price had just bounced off of this monthly level, which we were saying was a very key level to hold, because as soon as you get this V shape, you want to be holding your reference point from where it started to break down previously, which is exactly what has happened. Okay, precisely what happened. We held that reference point being a key monthly level, and then we got that continuation higher in towards these gaps. Now, in order to keep this balanced, right, every time we've seen an impulse up, okay, it's been retraced, but it hasn't gone any lower. So impulse up, been retraced, but hasn't gone any lower. Impulse up, retraced, but no lower. Impulse up, now, so far, retraced, but no lower. So you're looking at this being an important low for now if you are positioning into long positions. And what we also have over here is, if we look at our previous day view up close, boom, there is the level. I can draw that a little bit clearer. Previous day VWAP close being always, especially when VWAP was very reactive on the day before. So you can see yesterday how we had VWAP just being very reactive for the most part of the day. All right, as soon as you started to confirm that this was an uptrend here, you're holding VWAP, you're extending above, you're holding VWAP, extending above, you're holding VWAP. And then you get this other test back into it, where once again, we are holding that VWAP, that previous day VWAP currently as support, but underneath our current session VWAP, and having rejected once off of this daily open. So it's a little bit 50-50 here. What I would want to see, if we're going to see some upsides for some strength, I think scalp long off of that VWAP would have been decent, but you can see we've got a level here that's quite important. Okay, this daily level that we have from way back over here, I'm just going to reset this. So the bottom of this OB, essentially, right, acting as a very important daily level. You zoom back in, that where this D is that daily level. You lost it, rejected, started to trade through it, and now once again we're kind of right at it. So you're caught between like a little bit of a rock and a hard place on the chart right now, where we do have some support here, some established support, and we are currently in this low time frame uptrend, but there is significant resistance above. So what would make me more confident is if we do see this daily open flip back into support, then we can be looking for another test to see if we can get that acceptance above 62,500. I don't really think that's likely. I do see the momentum starting to slow here, so I think a move down a little bit deeper before potentially testing higher is more likely. And in that stage, we've just got to hope that we hold above 60k, essentially, because if we don't, it is going to be a move back down to 58. And at that stage, I think quite a lot lower. So let's see how this recovery goes for now. But so far on the day, I mean, pretty slow. It had done something similar yesterday where people were starting to get a little bit bearish at the same time of day. Right, so exactly where we are now. Okay, this being our basically London Open. You have a bit of a move down during the London session. Yesterday was London Open. You have a bit of a move down during London session, getting people bearish, but this can very easily flip. And what that would mean is just flip that back into the daily open, and then we're looking to see if we can get that acceptance above 62,500 once again. Not too much more to say on this particular chart. I think I've kind of covered everything from that. But if we go over and we have a look at what's on the interwebs, is this going to load up for us? Here we go. ETFs yesterday. Okay, we did have tiny inflows. All right, so we did have tiny inflows showing that there is still some demand for Bitcoin here. It wasn't just like perps being like, oh my God, everybody's liquidated and we're just going to bounce because there's no sellers left within futures. There was a little bit of demand. Spot was okay, but it's nothing significant. Nothing significant. So we'll see if that happens. Of course, we'd gone through the longest sustained outflows from the ETFs for quite some time. So see if that can, if we can maybe continue. I expect a fairly neutral day again on the ETFs again today, unless we start dumping or something crazy. The Delta, don't want to look at a 10-second chart. Let's flip this onto a 5-minute and then let's refresh. All right, Delta right now, we can see the rally's been mainly spot-led, which is healthy. Okay, so we have had a spot-led rally. Is maybe some kind of just exhibiting some signs of weakness up on these highs. I know you're not making higher highs within the CVD, but there is an attempt to basically, just push price a little bit higher. It's unable to do so, and we are starting to see that weakness. And what we can see here on perps, just less appetite to buy up at these highs right now, which is causing this like correction that we're currently going through. Nothing on this. Of course, we know we still have that spot premium going on, and it can extend and it can continue for quite some time. But if you just look at a naked chart, like, it's a decent recovery that we've seen so far. It's been a decent bounce so far, and let's see if we can start to hold this. Remember, we do historically have a lot of support around about this 60,000, 60,500 zone. So let's see if that can once again hold our support here. And yeah, other than that, there's nothing too much more. We're looking at corrective days, some stuff red, some stuff green. Nothing too exciting going on there. Now, check out the order flow, and we'll just finish off with this. There's your previous day view up close. So that is what we had seen the bounce from earlier. We've also seen these stacked imbalances have been reacting quite well recently, but this is on the very low time frames. I'm just going to pop this over onto the TPO and we'll take a look at that. So, POC right here. So we have seen this move down 61,280. is our previous day point of control. The low that we've put in so far today is 61,350. So a few dollars below where price currently is. Obviously the tick size, I can't move my exo charts. There we go. The tick size showing that this is almost there. But we've put in a low that's very close to that previous day point of control. Maybe one more sweep down to hit that 61,280, 61,240 zone is what we could potentially be looking at. We do also have this double top on the day. Now, again, tick size, because we're quite volatile at the moment, I've got my tick size quite high so that we can see this clearly. If we do drop this down, then clearly we haven't had that, like, it's going to reload. It's going to freeze everything. There we go. We can see that, of course, today we did trade above those previous day highs. One TPO printed above, and now we can see a little bit clearer. We still have a little bit more space before we come into these volume and time point of controls lower. So depending on your tick size, depending on everything, you do get slightly different reads on where things are at. But overall, it's roughly the same areas that we want to be looking at. That 21,260, 21,200 to 21,300 volume supports where we have VWAP and point of control currently there. If these areas do hold as support, then great. Okay, we've traded through the single prints. Fantastic. If we get acceptance above 62,500, good. Then we can be starting to aim for the poor highs that we have above, and they are very poor highs that we have from over the weekend. I know it's showing once again here one single TPO up at the top, but that it was so like loads of like just equal highs for the whole weekend. So I would then be looking for these to be taken out fairly quickly. If we do get that acceptance above that 62,500, I think a relatively fast move higher there. The other stuff that we have on the TPO, you can see that we do have an MPOC down here at 60k exactly. That's the level. That's kind of your line in the sand, right? And especially since these points of control quite clearly have been working very well, that 58,200 POC, volume POC from all the way back here on the 2nd of May that had been left behind. You can see that move that we had on Monday, basically, yeah, trading into that almost to the tick. And now we've seen that reaction so far. So TPO is reacting really well. And then we can be using these levels basically on the charts. If you are, I'm not going to go over all these levels, but screenshot them. There's all your volume points of control. They have been reacting very well recently. So that's that. Other than that, there's nothing else to say, really. I think we're pretty much done. We are, trading quite far outside of value for this particular trend. I would imagine at some point we do see a move back in towards the VWAP from those highs. That would take out those poor highs from the weekend. And then even if we are going to get a continuation lower, I do believe that we can be seeing a reversion towards 66k before lower prices are found. So I'm hoping for that sign of strength. Not particularly confident in it. Okay, we're still in a very, very clear and obvious downtrend. We haven't yet managed to get that sign of strength that even starts to trade back through some of these previous day profiles, right? But I kind of feel that this is what we need to see, is that move up. Just because we had such an extreme move, even if we are going to continue lower, I think testing back into some of these higher time frame resistances are likely, even if there is to be a drop further down. If we do drop from here, it's just, it's really not the kind of thing you want to be seeing. That would be very much weakness, continuation of what we have been seeing previously, okay, with just previous areas of imbalance, previous gaps acting as resistance, retracing the entire move. And because we're already accelerating, that move on Monday was a big move. I think if this does reject here, we're looking at more acceleration. And I think that expecting an SFP off of the lows here and then a reversal would be very unlikely. I think it would be further acceleration down to 56, and 52k, those kind of levels. So we will see how things go. how are we looking right now on the Bitcoin chart? We're still just holding, hovering around this support. So very, very similar to what we did yesterday. So let's see how this gets on. Final little thing. For myself, I want to see reclaim a daily open and higher prices to clear this gap, push on towards those weekend highs, and maybe as we look towards the end of the week, get that test back into some like higher time frame resistances that we have. If that isn't going to happen, then any lower than this, really, I start to get bearish again. I think we are at some important support right now. I would like to see this hold to maintain this trend. So it's in the balance. Drop any lower, you start looking for a lot lower. Recover this daily open, and I think we can start looking at a pretty decent rally here as we go into the rest of the day and the latter stages of this week. So thank you very much for watching. In future videos, I'm also going to be starting to fill out a daily like planning sheet that I'm going to be sharing with everyone in the crew as well. And those will be done on the stream. Reminder that I do stream. These videos are recorded during a live stream. So if you want to see extended analysis beyond this, if you want to ask questions, I do stream every single morning around about between 9 and 10 a.m. UK time. So keep an eye out for those. Do subscribe, do hit the like button if you've not done so already. It would I'd massively appreciate it, and comment below because it does help the algos. And if you are interested in learning any of the stuff that we've been talking about in this video and learning about the way that I trade, the analysis that I do, then please go and check out tauruscrypto.com, where you can find out more information about our crew. And if you would like to sign up to the crew, it's just over here. Okay, this is the website. If you would like to join the crew, it's very easy to do so. And yeah, it would be a pleasure to have you over there. So see you all very soon. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow morning. And until then, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's go back to this. Let me, because that was fairly long again, start this uploading immediately so these videos get out there nice and early for everybody. Is longing from where we are favorable in your opinion for BTC? I'd say there's no harm in a long here, right? Just take your invalidation from this low, because we've been maintaining this structure of since this low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. Yes, okay. That was kind of just an SFP, and you're looking at this as maybe trading a little bit more. But you've taken out a low here. If we start to correct this further, then yeah, I'd be looking for those lower prices. So I would be essentially considering this OB here as support. Okay, it's held as support previously. I think a long, maybe preemptive to target that daily open and then see if we can get continuation could work out, but you'd have to have a stop here, I think. Because as soon as that stop goes, then these ones are very close and it starts to get a little bit sketchy once again. At least here you've got some space. You've got space between these lows, so it's fine to take this out and start to trade into this space here. But there's no space below this low. As soon as you take that, then you're running all these guys as well. So yeah, we're kind of at that line in the sand right now. If we're gonna go higher, this holds. Otherwise, it is a move back down to 60k, I think. So, so let's hope it holds. Altcoins aren't looking particularly good this morning. So altcoins are pulling back a bit more than Bitcoin. I have just been stopped on a trade, so I'm going to take a look at that in a minute. I've been stopped on FTM. That happened whilst I was recording the video. So I think that was a stop that I had in profit anyway. Let me just check my exchange. Was that a stop that was in profit? I took a small loss, but it's minute. So I think that was a break-even stop that I just got a bit hit on slippage. What's going on with FTM? A case of stops to yep, there we go. Yeah. It was a stop break even. Because I had entered, where did I enter this? It was after the bounce because I got front run and then we broke it and it was holding okay. So I entered a long around here ish. I did take a long around here. I kind of FOMO'd into a long. And then yeah, just been stopped out of that. And we're kind of trading back within this range again. I was hoping that this would hold. Okay, so as soon as I saw this holding overnight, I did have my stop place down here at these lows. But as soon as I saw this holding yesterday and getting that continuation, I just moved my stop up, and that's now been taken out. Dear Algo, please give Luke the recognition he deserves. Yes, please do. Please do, Mr. Algo, Mrs. Algo. Upload video. At least that was only a 20-minute update this morning. Everybody was so excited that altcoins were up, but they were only down. Yeah, down only for a month. They were. I mean, I think overall, from what we've seen, BTC dominance, I think there is reason to believe that we've had a pretty decent top on BTCD, and I think altcoins are okay. Anyway, let's just. I need to upload. Bitcoin market update. Did I not upload yesterday's video? That would be unusual. Upload thumbnail. Let's use a dead cat bounce thumbnail, because I think people will wake up saying, "Oh my god, prices are down like 1%. I'm so bearish again." I mean, it is very bearish if this doesn't hold. So we'll see. Okay, no, this video is not made for kids. Yes, this video is eligible for monetization. None of the above. I do not do anything bad in the video. Video elements, none of those, none of those, none of those. Make it public. Copy the link. Publish the video. That is done. And on Twitter, tweety, then we have, close that. Post this up onto the Twitter machine. Make it high quality, and then we can upload that one. All right, let's put the music back on, just in the background. Some chill vibes. Or whatever it is. You didn't get stream notification. Whimsy. Oh dear. I did put out... Oh, that's a shame. You're here now, and that's the main thing. And just remember, like, I'll always be live this time of day. It will be very rare for me not to be live. Like, I've done this... We've got some pretty good consistency going with this now, so I think everyone knows. 9:30 a.m. every morning, unless you hear otherwise. I will be here. I will be here every single morning. Unless it's a weekend. And if it's a weekend, I will not be here. I'll be chilling. Unless there's something I really need to cover. Pikachu, Taurus Crypto, my questions, sir. Let's have a look. Have I missed any questions? Pikachu, I don't see any questions. Yeah. Oh. Ah, right. I see it. About EXO. Yes. So, EXO charts. Good update. Yeah, good update. So, I've been saying this for 2 years now. Been waiting for these updates for like 2 years, and we finally got them. So, bugs that I've been waiting for them to be ironed out, which now seem to have been ironed out. I'm not really getting any bugs on it. It's much more responsive. It's much more reactive. Yes, you've got like the nice little drawing tools and everything on EXO now, which is good. They're not the easiest to do, and I still think there's some other stuff that they can improve on there here. But it's a really good update. And what we also have is aggregated data. Finally. So my thoughts on the aggregated data, but basically all I've wanted to do is, we have so many anomalies between different exchanges these days that there's not one single exchange, in my opinion. Other people may think differently to me, but there's not one single exchange that I think you can trade with a very like a decent edge. Basically, at least I do not have an edge on any one particular exchange. One day you'll see like, oh my god, Bybit inverse got some trap traders at the lows, and you get a bounce, and the next day it's like, oh, it takes a low and there's no volume at all. And then with Binance and Bybit linear contracts, the USDT contracts, they seem to chop and change, like take turns on being market maker kind of thing. So where it comes to aggregated data, like I don't want to be aggregating everything, all right? Because the edge that I used to have was on the Bybit linear contract, the Bybit USDT contract. That's what I used to trade, but that became very unreliable and still is very unreliable on its own. Now, simply just by combining Bybit USDT and Binance USDT, it smooths out so much of the weird data without creating too much noise. So I was testing this yesterday. I've only had a couple of days to test it, but I like what I'm seeing with it. I think it's been giving some really good information up at the highs, especially yesterday. All right, this is precisely what you want to see from an SFP. Okay, exactly. This is such a clean example of an SFP, of a failed auction that we had overnight here. And I really like it. I think it's really good. So what you have, there's your line. Okay, so let me just draw a horizontal line. Let me just put the magnet on here. Magnet mode still isn't very... does it even work? The magnet still doesn't work. Oh yeah, it does. Cool. Yes, the magnet does work now. So there's the high that we put in yesterday evening, right? This is the high that we then had overnight, and it's so clean. And if you just do one exchange on its own, you often don't get this. But look at this P-shaped profile to take a high with then long, like with positive delta at the high. So with buying delta at the top. So trap traders long, right? And you get that P-shaped profile, which is what I mean by that is you've got like low volume, low delta here. And then you create this bulge, right? Up at the top, above a previous high with positive delta, trap traders within this area. And then, oh my God, I can't just easily delete drawings. And then you get that immediate reversal, immediate rejection lower after that. So this is precisely the kind of thing you want to see. And then you see the initiative selling taking off like immediately afterwards, okay, where then that gives you like confirmation, okay, that is the top, then we're rolling over here. So we finally have it, okay? So it's really, really nice. We finally have data that I think is more reliable again here. And we can actually look at this right now, see where we are right now. Are we getting something similar where what you want to see is an accumulation of just negative delta at the lows, right? And then look at that as being a reversal. We're not really getting it here. You're getting some excess. So on this one, you had excess. Okay, so we had excess on this low, and that's holding so far. So that's decent. You've got that more B-shaped profile here with excess underneath it, which is decent. Lucifer, yeah, but you have the exact same P profile a few candles below. So how do you know which one is valid? Because that's the one that took the high. Simple as that, right? Okay, look, you see okay, where's the P-shaped profile before here, right? You're talking about this one. Didn't take a high. So there's no trade. Yeah. It's that simple. That took liquidity, that one didn't. And nothing else did. So that's all you need to know. So you get a sweep of liquidity with delta showing you that it's not getting continuation, okay, that you've got traders trapped there, or that you don't like trapped traders is a bit stupid, like it's a silly term, still use it, but what you've created is buying imbalances, initiative buying in order to take a high. All right, remember that high was there. I've lost the horizontal ray, but it was here somewhere, right? Initiative buying imbalance to take the high, with then that essentially being either short stops, okay, positive delta can be short stops, but an accumulation of like net positive buying up at the highs, whether that's a short closing, whether that's a long opening, whether that's just market makers just going smash market buy in order to hit stops and do that. But that's what you want to see. It's that accumulation of delta and volume up at the high where you immediately then lose the imbalance, okay, then you get the initiative selling, and then you roll over from there, okay. And then, all right, you see where it starts to absorb, okay, on these imbalances. All right, you see these absorptions, and you can get these little bounces, these little scalps from there. But until liquidity is taken, then that's yeah, precisely the kind of thing that you want to be saying. So this is really good, and this is why, like literally, I've been waiting 2 years to have data that appears to be reliable again, and now it means I can do some learning content about it. Yay! Because I didn't want to, like, I was hoping they'd get their act together eventually, and I just didn't want to learn ATAS in order to do learning content and then have to do ATAS. I just couldn't be bothered. I'm not going to switch to ATAS. I've been so used to EXO. Like, we helped to develop this software, and yeah. Whoops. Now that we've got these updates, I think I can do some more learning material on it. So I'm going to be doing a lot more on this. We can even see nice examples of just local highs doing this. So if I just turn the tick size down and we look at where things are locally, all right, then look at the high that we put in just a little bit earlier on, where you have a range that forms. Okay, you put in these equal highs here. Okay, so equal highs. Price comes above, takes the highs. You get a P-shaped profile at the high. Then it's immediate initiative selling back to the downside, and then you could catch a short from that. So even these local moves are really, really nice. So that is a short earlier on. Real good example. And what you also had was stacked imbalances there. I don't know if there's aggregated data on ATAS. Like I say, I didn't want to learn it. The idea of having to learn a whole new software after, like, I mean, like, literally, we kind of developed ATAS in the early days. We were like the community that was working with Veran and with everything, and members of our team are now members of their they are now programmers and managers of EXO, but it's taken a long time for them to get this together, which is fine. But yeah, I'm hoping now we can start using this again properly after a while. Because when it works, there is nothing better. It just hasn't worked for a long time. And it's like, you can't, it's the market's changed. Okay, the market's evolved a lot. You can't rely on one exchange's data anymore. So yeah, they've adapted to the market, and it's looking good. What would be awesome? They've also got Coinbase on here now as well. So you can go spot markets. You can look at, oh, you can't see the screen, but you've got Coinbase on here also now. You also have the CME contracts, so that's good. You can look at the Bitcoin CME contracts. You can do NASDAQ trading and stuff on here. So I'm gonna be using this a lot more again now finally. And I just want to keep it real simple. So hopefully they add trading also soon. Yeah, I mean, it's never been the smoothest UI, has it? So EXO's never been the cleanest user interface. So I don't know, even if they did enable trading, I don't know if I'd use it. But yeah, for actually reading the data, when it works, there isn't anything better out there. It is the best option. So thank you, ExoCharts, for giving us this. Can we get a Taurus EXO deal? I will try. I mean, I kind of pissed them off. I kind of pissed them off, right? Because I started. I mean, it's true. It's taken them way too long. And I used to say that on everything. Now, I'm not a developer. I'm not anything like that. And in all honesty, there's stuff that I said, like, it's taken me long enough to refresh the educational content and everything within the crew, which I'm currently doing now, and have been doing for a while. And these things take time. I understand. The market evolves. You've got to understand where the market's going to be. There was no point in them running a load of changes and adding a load of stuff when the market wasn't kind of settled. I think we're going into this next phase of the bull run. That will be happening. We're kind of in it. We know the dominant exchanges. We know what's important for this cycle, and we know where the alpha can be. Through the whole bear market, when there are all these different exchanges popping up and everything, we didn't know who would be dominant, what would be dominant. So it's fair enough, but they've made the change now. It works, it's clean, and then it means that new content, good data for this cycle should now be possible. So I'll get back in touch with them, whether they give me those. We used to do like freebies on EXO all the time, but because I started telling them, like, saying that this is just it's gone crap, they no longer gave me any anymore. Could you recommend an FX and commodities stocks broker to trade with? So for legacy markets, I just use TopStep. It's futures, so it's not Forex. It's futures. It's Nasdaq and S&P, and there's gold futures and all of that kind of stuff as well. Oil futures, so commodities are good. That was weird. This is the nice thing as well with aggregated data, right? You can see, look, so there's one exchange that's just Binance. I can see in the background, I can see on the tape, it's Binance that just sold a bunch at market, but because you've got an aggregator candle, it didn't actually, the mark price didn't change too much, it just extended the wick down. So Binance just sold a ton, yeah, down here. Okay. Do you need the X feed for CME on XO? Yes, you do. You do. Lucifer. Do you mind commenting on the whole USDT Europe ban or law, whatever the fuck it is? Yeah, no. I mean, I don't mind commenting on it, but I have no comment to give on it. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. Like I say, the market evolves, right? It doesn't matter. Market evolves, something will come along to replace it. Don't care. If it causes prices to go down, it causes prices to go down. I'm not panicked, I just trade. I barely hold any spot anyway anymore, so whatever. I've done this, so a few streams I've had questions about this, about the USDT stuff, but I don't understand it. I don't really know, and I haven't sold all my spot positions. No, I've never held much spot. I'm a trader. Like I've said this so many times. Like I barely have any Bitcoin, so I don't actually care what price Bitcoin's at. I hardly have any. I have enough, so I just like I throw like little bits in here and there into a cold wallet, and it's like it's essentially my pension. Right? So I have that thing that's kind of, because I don't work for anyone, essentially like I throw this stuff into a cold wallet and save it up over time gradually. Don't touch it, but I just trade. Trade. When there's like, I think when the next part of this cycle kicks off, I'll probably go like into some spot alts, because this is what I did previously, right? I had like no portfolio. Okay, I had like zero portfolio through most of this. I was just trading, no portfolio, right? And then I'd done the research, I knew what I liked, and as soon as we had confirmation that bears were done, then I just bought everything that I wanted to buy and just ran that up. And I'll do a similar thing here. So if we're going to go through this, or even if we're going to drop down here or do this kind of thing, no portfolio, right? And when we get that confirmation, clean breakout, then I'll go all in and I'll buy what I want to buy. Unless it's like, like I say, there's gradual like DCAing into some stuff. Like if I have some money set aside, then I start going into stuff slowly. But essentially it's like it's basically no portfolio. It's just I don't check it. I don't care what the price is. I'm just gradually going into some stuff I have confidence in, and then when it goes, then I know, then I have the position sizes that I want to. I execute what I want to execute, and I just let the cycle play out. Then after that, MJ, what happened with that? I mean, Luxury is doing great. He's got his stuff going on. So yeah, Luxury was I mean I bought I bought him into Taurus when he was a wee lad, and he's thriving now, so it's great. Kathy Wood says it's going to 10 million. If it goes to 10 million, I'll have long positions that I'll ride to 10 million. It's not going to 10 million, is it? It's not going to 10 million. It's not going to happen. Maybe like, hey, eventually. That's why I have a little bit. Like I say, I just throw little bits here and there into cold storage. Forget about it. If in 100, no, I'm not going to live for. Maybe I will live for 100 years. Maybe we'll all be living for 100 years soon. But in 30, 40, 50 years time, right? Maybe I look back at that and I'm like, oh my God, I got a lot of money there to give to my grandchildren if I ever have any. If that ever happens. When do you know if one trading strategy that was working before doesn't work anymore? By journaling. And by recording your trades. Like, I don't record all my trades, but if I notice that something's starting to suck, then I'll start writing it down again, and I'll try to understand why it sucks. And that's how you understand if something is profitable, by doing that. Like if I'm learning a new strategy, I will journal it consistently. And I'll record those trades until I have statistics. Once I have statistics, I don't journal anymore. I'm too lazy. I can't. Fuck journaling every single trade you ever do. That's so much of a waste of time. Like, if you know something is profitable, just execute and just do it. Like, seriously, fuck trading everything. But if you're learning a new strategy, or you see that something's not working, 100% you have to journal that stuff. That's the only way that you're going to iron out mistakes, and you're going to like learn, you're going to find out if something actually works or not. Jim, yeah, or Lucifer's one. When you get an email from Bybit saying you got liquidated, yeah, that will certainly tell you that it didn't work, right? That will definitely do the job. Right, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to go into the seated position, and then we're just going to carry on chilling for a little bit. So hold on. Also, I need to blow my nose again. I'm so sniffy, hay fevery. Just a sec. Camera off, sort my sinuses out, and then I'll return sat down. Okay. There we go. I accidentally unknocked my... It's annoying. So on this, I use... Whoops. I use a USB... I'm using a USB... So it's the same as like a Shure SM7B for those audio guys. Myself being an audio guy, or used to be an audio guy, but I have a USB connection rather than an XLR connection into my computer, and it's a little bit like so easy to knock it out sometimes by accident. All right, I'm gonna watch the I'm gonna watch this move because we've just taken another low. Stops being hit, nice excess, scalp long. Because that was a low. Yeah, there you go. It would actually be quite nice if I mean, if XO does enable trading soon, if they just enable like one-click trading, that would be awesome. That's all I would want it to do. One-click trading with potentially the option for market or chase. This is sometimes the funny thing you get when it's aggregated. Okay, you saw that. Okay, one exchange had a big sell order that came in. Right, someone just sold at market quite a lot. Binance again, obviously, always is. Binance are always the ones just hammering the just red button. But then you didn't get mark price follow because it's between the two exchanges. Actually, no, that may have been Binance, Bybit. But anyway, that would have been a like long, all day long. If I had like one-click trading, chase or just market, one click, bang, go. And I'd take profit here. Again, I guess it's differences in price between the exchanges. So when you have a candle, it's not actually, yeah. So this is slight differences in price for between exchanges. I'm still, yeah. Look, you got a sell down there, but it wasn't really there together. It's interesting. So if I've got aggregated, how would I do one-click trading? Because you'd have to choose the exchange. Luxury, welcome. Welcome, Luxury. I'm trying out this aggregated data here. I really like it. I really like the new updates. So congratulations, XO charts guys. I'm really liking this. Yeah, I've just been explaining this for like the last 20 minutes or so. How I don't know. Like I know it's very different, and this is what I was saying. This is what I was saying about like different trading strategies and stuff. But for the longest time, like I just no longer felt that I had like an edge when it came to order flow, and hadn't been using it for a while. But combining the USDT contracts, the linear contracts on Bybit and Binance together seems to be giving me some real nice stuff. So it's good. It's good. I'm adding it back in. So thank you guys, EXO, for doing that. Yeah, basically, chat are asking for EXO discounts. that's probably why you've been DM'd, Luxury. Chat are like, hey, when discount? Because we've been using this again. It's not coming from me. It's chat. Blame chat. See, Lucifer asking for it again. We maybe, we'll see. We're not gonna monthly codes. Yeah, we'll get some monthly codes. We'll do some giveaways again. We'll set that back up. Anyway, sorry, Jim. I didn't see your thing. So I'm trying to find an edge for 3 years now. I've studied a lot of strategies, but when applied, they don't seem profitable. Can you suggest how you can improve? So, I mean, just, find the people who are, like, if you can find people who are showing consistent results and just start to understand what it is. So, follow Luxury, follow everyone that's basically part of the crew as well. And if you're interested in learning a lot of this content, then we do a lot of that. Again, we're updating a lot of our educational material. So we are trading this every day. We're trading this stuff every day. Bitcoin, altcoins, legacy markets. We've been doing it for quite a long time. I'm not going to say I'm the best trader in the world. I'm very definitely not. There are many people better than me, but I have a level of consistency that I'm relatively happy with, and I kind of know what I like to trade. And it's about finding something that works for you. Like, I trade based off of, a lot of the time it's literally just liquidity, balance and imbalance. Almost all of my trading is just based off of balance and imbalance. And you can see here, like, just you're looking at the chart, and okay, we've just tested the previous day point of control. You would expect there to be some kind of reaction from that around here. What we also have here was the previous day VWAP, and we know over time from doing this time and time again, we've got confluence here with there being balance in this area and acceptance of price at this area, that you can start to have some confidence in forming trade ideas based off of those ideas. And then you can use stuff like order flow to kind of aid you in that. For example, just a minute ago, we swept a low, okay? And you see things like excess on the lows, right? Where you have clearly stops being hit, excess on the lows, and then you get a decent bounce off of that. I said when we had that long, okay, would have been a long. And then showing examples yesterday where we had that high, okay, of course, going all the way back over here. And then you start to learn about profile shapes and delta. And you start to learn about, like, okay, this swept a high. I'm just going to draw this back on here and just start to explain some of this stuff again, where you have, let's anchor that, you sweep a high, you get the accumulation of volume and delta at the high. All right, so you have buying initiative on the move up, you're then running a bunch of stops, you're getting that P-shaped profile up at the highs, showing that there's trap traders or blah blah blah, whatever, and then you have that then the initiative selling starts to come in, and you get that reversal, and these kind of things. Okay, it's being able to understand, like, layering up levels with, like, you don't need order flow, you don't at all need order flow, but it can help you get into some better trades, and it can help you to take more trades and also not to take bad trades a lot of the time. And this kind of thing, like you stack everything together, you start to understand, you start to find like a little edge with this stuff, and it just layers and layers of information without going too crazy. Like it's still very simple concepts. Like we swept a low, we had a level, we had confluence there. The same as where we knew, okay, we know this high that formed was an SFP of the previous day high. So you start a new day, you take out the previous day high, you have imbalance within this area, you're expecting it to reject regardless, right? Because even with just candles, okay, session highs and lows are something that I use all the time. And sometimes I just go, right, you go down onto like the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and you don't use like anything else. You see that on this session, right, you add sessions into it. There you go. This is like the close session, but then you have your UTC midnight Tokyo session open, sweeps a New York high, sweeps a previous day high. Okay, you close back below, right, it triggers a short, and you are essentially at that stage looking for liquidity. Okay, and then you have it here and here. You've got other examples of this now, so you start to stack this stuff together. First of all, right, you're expecting this area shaded to be resistance, all right, because until you get acceptance above, it still is resistance. It has been acting as resistance for the whole move down. You then add on the layer that you have a move up very early in a day where you sweep a previous day high. That's another reason to look for a short. You've also, I mean, you've got an OB over here, but it rejected off of that already, blah, blah, blah. And then for any longs that are taking here, it's not quite playing out. Like I say, we're kind of 50-50 here. I'd like to see this hold as support. But once again, you've got confluence here with it being, as I showed on the TPO, previous day POC. Now, I don't know if from a volume perspective, that's going to be showing the same thing. No, your point of control is much higher there. But from the TPO, it was showing us the previous day point of control. And what we also had there was that previous VWAP close, and we're starting to absorb around here. So we're at that, like, an area where you'd want to see this hold, with an invalidation essentially being at these lows, because we've been maintaining this bullish market structure so far. So that's a little bit of just some examples just recently of what we've been seeing. Again, this morning, you see a situation where, again, statistically, okay, you have, once you've been doing this for long enough, you understand what the market likes to do. And you see a situation like today where you spike lows, you spike highs, you're then losing daily open. You know daily open's an important level. You can be looking for short positions off of that. So there's always trades going on, and it's just understanding what works and what works for you. There's other strategies. So if this kind of thing isn't quite your cup of tea, then within the crew itself, we have a ton of others. So if there's if you're interested in learning this stuff, take yourself over to tauruscrypto.com, okay, and then you can sign up for crew membership. All right, within that, you get myself. I'm sharing my ideas. We're doing a ton of new learning content. We're putting it all in a course structure. So I'm going to be releasing that starting from next month, with new order flow content and everything that's there. I'm sharing my ideas, I'm sharing my trades, I'm sharing all the trades that I'm taking and what I'm looking at. And then you've got other people in here as well. So Cake's a perfect example of someone that has a very, very different strategy to myself, okay, but is just showing consistent results on a daily basis. Okay, this is trading the legacy markets more so. So you go over to the legacy chat, and it's a very, very different style of trading over there. There's no order flow being used at all. Nothing, it's just pure candles, and just trading off of gaps. The same thing, it's balance and imbalance, but doing it in a slightly different way. Then, if there's other stuff, you've got French Bull in there as well. So Elliott waves, understanding the flow of the market in general and where things are likely to be going, and so on and so forth. We've got all content around that. We've got Randall, who's fantastic with volume and footprint. So you can see Randall taking trades often off of the footprint chart, using this all the time. Really good with volume analysis. Okay. You got Delirium, who puts everything together fantastically well, sharing constant trades, ideas, and stuff over there. You got Fugazi, who has his fibs and everything that he uses quite often. Trades options, so if options is something you're interested in, then we've got that, and then we've got the whole rest of the community over here, where there's always stuff going on. So you can see what people have been journaling for the New York session, different trades that have been taken, and you can start to learn off of all of this. Okay, we've got journals within there, so everyone's journaling their trades, everyone's showing some kind of accountability for their trades. And this is something else that I say often, like, you don't, like, journaling every trade I don't do. I do have some accounts connected to an API, and it records the data for all of that, and I can review that data and see if anything's going wrong, and then if something's not working out and I can see there's a certain type of trade that isn't working out, I'll start to journal it a bit more, and I'll start to find out why that's not working. If I'm learning new strategies, then I'll try and like journal all of that, but some kind of accountability. Okay, so we've got like crew member journals within here that Cake set up that are fantastic, and just having that accountability, showing your trades, really helpful. So this is everything we have here, and then of course we have all this learning content. So if you want to learn about like CVD, fibs, TPOs, order flow, different strategies we use, then that's all over there within the crew itself. So that's at tauruscrypto.com. Links are in the description below. You can click on this. I'm going to make it very bright screen. You can join the crew over here, and you can sign up. What I'm going to do, again, because I've just been doing this, let's do another spin the wheel, right? Let me just set that up, and I'm going to do a discount for the remainder of this stream. So for anyone who's interested, then yeah, we're going to do, yes, I've still got it. Perfect, it saved it. So, for the remainder of this stream, either a 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50% off discount for your first month of crew membership. We're gonna apply it right now. It's gonna be a 40% discount off of your first month crew membership for anyone that is interested. Let me go and make that code active, and I will post the code into the chat. So bear with me 1 moment. Put a 1-to-1 in that wheel. I want to see it. Okay, maybe. That's a good idea. I should do more prizes. We should do more stuff, because we can throw ExoCharts things once Luxury sorts me out with the ExoCharts memberships. Then we can throw that into the mix, and we can throw 1-to-1s into the mix. We can throw some other stuff into the mix, but for now, let's just roll with this one. We got a discount code for anyone who's interested. I just need to make it. Promo codes. Okay. Here is the promo code that will be active for this stream. I have just posted it in the comment section, and it is also right here. So that gives 40% off your first payment. TC40M 1CTQ. So go to tauruscrypto.com. Let me bring this up on here. Taurus Crypto. And it should set you over. What you should see is if you copy this in and you do this and you apply the discount code, then what you get is then a 40% discount. Okay, off of your thingy. So there we go. Fox Physique says, well worth it to anyone thinking of joining. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, for future streams, I will do... okay, it's in the chat. Let me pin it. I don't need to pin it. I don't need this there. You guys have seen it. If you want to use it, you can use it. If you don't want to use it, you don't need to use it. But yeah, certainly for other streams, we'll start doing some more giveaways and stuff as well. How's Bitcoin dominance on this little move here? Are we dropping? What's ETH doing? My ETH chart's really bad. Nothing much going on. It's not really catching a bid here, is it? We're getting like little reactions, but it's not really doing very much. Lucifer, if everything fails, there's market cipher. Indeed. Indeed. Okay, let's find some other levels within this. We're at the... This has got to hold. This has really got to hold. So we're at the POC of this, like, basically, we're at the VWAP, which is essentially the POC. Right, it's a moving point of control. And then your standard deviations are moving value areas. All right, so... easy way just to like, so we're at the VWAP, the anchored VWAP from our low. Yeah, we've got to be holding this, otherwise we're looking at a pretty bad day. So I am still very much happy. Like if you've got an invalidation acceptance below that low, right, look for longs. Longs here, cool. Just that low kind of invalidates us if that goes, I reckon. Because like I say, as soon as you run that, you're gonna run that, you're gonna run that, you're gonna run that. Whimsy trades, you're a moving value area. I am. I'm a moving I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Knight on Twitter X. VWAPs for the win. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we gotta hold this. We gotta hold it. Remember, PDPOC is 61,280 on Binance and Bybit combined. So we're right at it. We're right on it. Yeah. So just there we go. We're just taking it out. We've hit that VWAP, we've hit that anchored VWAP from the lows. So Okay, there it is. And we've got negative delta. So from the point in which we bounced, okay, we are here on negative delta. So if we put on our delta bars, at least within this range, we're not really, are we? But you know, saying we are. Got negative delta, it's shading up as green, so that VWAP is on negative delta. Yeah, it's sloping upwards. This holds. Yeah. we're gonna stick to it. I'm long in this. I'm giving it a go. I haven't taken any of these little scalp longs, but I'm gonna give this a go. Invalidation is on that pivot low that's just beneath us. Just gonna do a hard stop, see how it goes. I'm gonna long this. There's enough to suggest that this and the reward outweighs the risk, and I don't want to see it lost, because if it does get lost, then it starts to look really bad, like properly bad, and I'd want to close out of long positions at that stage, especially on altcoins. So let's see. All right, what we have is this. If it SFPs, I give it like a minute to SFP. Don't know if I'd want to have a hard stop, but we could still be aiming for weekly open if it holds. $60K coming on 44. Yeah, if this trade doesn't happen, then yes, 60K. But I see no reason why you can't take this trade. It's a trade, right? You can't short it right now. If you lose this low, then short it down to 60. I mean, short it down to 50, 56, basically. But yeah, I'm not gonna entertain bullshit ideas of like, oh, 60K coming and then 44. That's stupid. Even if you're joking, like, tell me something that's actionable within a trade and tell me why. Otherwise, you're just chatting shit. Like, $60K then 44 because I said so. Fuck off. I mean it in the nicest way possible. I know you're probably just messing around. Because I do that shit sometimes as well. I don't know if we're gonna get all of this, but I'm happy to give it a go. Happy to give a long a go here. Fill target 61,794 is more realistic here. 61,794. Oh, right, yeah, daily open. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, yes. If we come in backtest daily open again, then cool. I mean, even session VWAP right now, like, you'd probably want to take profit on session VWAP. Yeah? Wait and see, I'm still long from monthly open. Oh no. Oh no. That is not what I want to hear. I was wondering why it was so shady. Yeah, if this comes to session VWAP, like where have you got that's got divergence on these lows. That would be my TP1. Session VWAP may end up being around that same price. Daily open at that stage I would then skip, just give that a bit more time. So you've got, even as a, I mean, even if you're going to go hard stop, right? Got like 2.3 R. Long for monthly open. Beautiful. Whimsy, no, monthly open is we're not up on the month, are we? Look. Wait, am I talking nonsense? What's going on? Wait. No. We're quite clearly not up on the month. You mean you're long from the monthly, the previous month open from May, right? It's not our current. We're in June now, Whimsy. Get with the times. We're in June. June is not green. Yeah, previous month. If you're long for previous month open, cool. Like, so am I. Or the move that we had down on that 1st of May. Come on, give us some kind of something here. Some kind of anything. I'm bored. I'm going to go to the 10-second chart. Oh, fuck off. Don't just... Come on. Come on. This isn't going to happen, is it? What's the NQ down? Even the Nasdaq's being a little bitch. Hey, look at the Nasdaq. I want this. Just there. Not this high. Wait, was that? Ah, shit. Right, okay, that was a... No, you haven't even... Fuck off. She's not even taking any highs. Come on. NQ deciding if it wants to bounce or melt through Sunday open. Yeah, Bitcoin doing the same. Bitcoin deciding if it wants to bounce or melt down again here. Hold it. Don't be silly. Got sellers underneath. We got some sellers underneath the VWAP, guys. Funny when you're in an actual trade with your own money and your sense of humor quickly leaves as people around you watching start stirring you up. You're going to lose. Stirring you up, you're going to lose. So respect watching you. Thank you. I mean, does my sense of humor go if it's not working out? I mean, I'm only messing around. I'm not that bothered that it's losing. I'm just like, come on. If you lose a trade, you lose a trade. I don't care. Like that's the thing. The level of care, the level of like give a fuck about whether you win or lose a trade is inversely correlated to the levels of profit that you make when you're trading, I believe. The more you give a fuck about your trades, the less profit you inevitably make. The less you care, the easier it is to make money. If you just understand that like you cannot control this market in any way, shape or form, all you can do is take essentially an educated guess of what's going to happen next, and you can protect your risk. And if you know that over time statistics kind of more often than not play out in your favor, then you can take those educated guesses and take those risks on the market. And if it works, cool, right? It gives you like a nice green number that adds to your balance, adds to your portfolio. If it doesn't work, it gives you what should be a little red number. So if you win a trade, you should get like a nice big green number. If you lose a trade, you should get a little red number. And over time, the big green numbers should outweigh the little red numbers, and you become profitable. But for every trade, it's just like, cool. The only reason like I get more emotional, like if I'm just sat here trading, I just don't care. I just press the trade. I'll probably be downstairs like cooking right now. I'll just put a stop in place. I'll make myself some breakfast and I'll just come back and I'll see if it won or not. And then if it won, good. If it didn't win, where's the next trade? I mean, if it wins, where's the next trade? The only reason I'm doing this is because I'm live with you guys. Like, I would not be watching this trade right now if I wasn't live. The level of fucks I give about this trade, that big. You know you've got a reason for taking it. Allow the market just to do what it wants to do now. You can't control what the market does. Like, I'm not involved in any of this. I was involved in this little guy here. So I have an order within here somewhere. I'm not involved in any of this. I can't control it. I don't care. So there's a lesson in that. If you're not profitable, stop caring. But not literally. I mean, you still got to care. You still got to care enough to, yeah. And his paper trade money fair and square, yes. Bitcoin year-to-date stats for Wednesdays based on my own indicator. 29 Wednesdays to date. 50% are in the green, 50% are in the red. The average return is 0.84. Largest Wednesday close was plus 0.49, minus 4.71. So you're telling me it's 50-50 and we're basically extended beyond the average already for a daily session on Wednesday. So let's see. You've kind of extended towards that average on both sides, haven't you? Which is kind of interesting. So those stats, like, all right, you're 50-50, but you've gone 1% above daily open, and you're about 1% below daily open. So you've got a 2% range that's been established. 1% either side of daily open. Just finding value. So is this just going to continue to be rotational throughout today? Let's place an alert down here just in case this goes, because I probably won't be watching it. How long does it take for a little silly scalp trade to play out? It's supposed to be a scalp, this. It's supposed to have given us a reaction already. This is why I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed by what I'm seeing, but we can yet get a reaction. I'm not going to allow myself to get stopped off of an SFP though. Like, I may just have to take a little bit more of a loss off here because I feel that that's going to happen. But then what happens if it cascades down? Alright, I'm just going to have to deal with it. Why the slow bleed? I might actually just close this trade now because it's not going to happen, is it? We're taking the low at this stage. Are we? No, I'm just going to let it play out. I'm not feeling confident about this at all, but I don't care. Just going to let it play out. Like, seriously, the stop's right there. It's going. It's going. And that was the reaction here. Like, I wanted to see that get the bounce. This is just bullshit. Like, this is not what I want to see. I hate it. Like, if I'm scalping, if you don't get that reaction immediately, like, so you had the reaction, but now you just nothing. Trying to buy into a slow bleed. Blur. Andy Alexander, Luke, I think what you meant is caring about always being right. I had this for so long. I always wanted to be right and ended up losing. Yeah. Once I stopped caring about always being right, then I became profitable. There's no supports, only resistances. Yes. That's the thing, like, and this is why I share most of my trades, but if I'm just scalping throughout the day, then I'm just doing that myself, because what I don't want is external, like, influence. If I go on and this happens all the time, like, I have bad days, I have losing days, everyone does. Like, the problem is, if I'm sharing trades within the crew, it's okay. Like, I'm pretty chill with sharing trades within the crew because I know everyone's there because they kind of trust the process overall, and it's not just me. But if I'm, like, sharing ideas on Twitter or, like, on a live stream or something here, like, I know that the thing is, if this trade doesn't lose, I mean, it's probably not enough people. We've got a good audience here. We're not retail bullshit. But if we were, there'd be a bunch of people like going, "Ha, you lost." And I'm like, fuck off. Like, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I don't care if I'm right or wrong. Like, it's a trade. Yeah? And I'm going to be wrong on this trade. I can see it. I'm going to be wrong on the trade. I'm going to let it play out, but I'm going to be wrong because I didn't see the continuation. Unless some miracle occurs and we just suddenly see, like, buying come out of nowhere and change this, I'm almost inevitably going to be wrong on this trade. But we haven't hit a validation yet, so whatever. Look at that. I said by if some miracle we get a reaction. The miracle is happening right before our eyes. Come on. There is a trading god, or at least it's giving us some hope. The trading gods heard me. They heard that Luke was getting sad. He's like, we got to give this guy a win. He only ever loses. He's like a little Saturn, or a who else loses all the time on stream? If there was a place for miracles to happen, it would be Forex. Yeah, just because some countries are like, hey, you know what? I'm going to move this currency to here now, and I don't care what anyone thinks. Sneeze again. Hold on. All right, back. Oops. Sasser is the king of Lost Bomb here. Come on, Miracle. Don't you dump again, you little shit. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. We believe in this trade. I don't believe in this trade, but Sato is the Korean GCR. Oh, that's cool. Value area of this range is 60,950. Let's have a look. Have a look while we're waiting for this pathetic thing to do something. Value area low of this range, 60,950. So you are taking, first of all, exchange. I guess this is going to be very different depending on exchange, because we're getting quite different reads on perps and spot right now. I'm going to stick with spot for value areas. There is no trap shorts at the low. I'll check that again in a second. No, there probably isn't, because it's just a slow grind. You don't often bottom on slow grinds, but as we clearly saw back here, right? You ain't gonna bottom on a slow grind. Well, that's where you bottom. On a capitulation fucking death of everything. Is there aggregated value areas on exit? There is. There is indeed. Should we check that? First of all, let me check this. So I would consider that to be the... we're at the POC of the range. There's so many reasons that this is going to bounce. So just do it. Every time I put something on the chart, I'm like, yeah, this should bounce. So just get on with it. All right, if you're going to stop me out and then reverse, just get on with it. Sitting on a monthly trying to break it. I mean, this is my monthly, 60,621. I guess we have this one, right? Is that significant? I don't know. Let's copy that. Fuck, copy. Thank you. No, don't move that. Shit, I can't do anything. Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm going crazy. Alright, so we're on that monthly. Yeah, we're on that monthly. Come on! I'm not going to use that monthly. It's there or thereabouts. We're at anchor VWAP from the low. We're at POC of the current range. We're on a monthly level. We've traded through. We've balanced the previous day value because we back tested previous day point of control. Gib target here. Gibby gib target here. Do it. Whimsy, so tempted to go back to Xserve and given the free using the free ATAS. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like I'd been using like the footprint on TradingView. I started using CoinAnk. Getting to grips with that, but it was all just, yeah. I'm liking the smoothness of EXO again now. It's so it's refreshing to say. It's refreshing that we're back to like niceness. So we know that's there. We know that's there. Wow. Oops. So value area low of the drop since the low. Value area low since the low is yeah, we're up here, so yeah. Take this back. Whoopsie. There. Stop moving down, dummy. This gets real ugly if we lose this level, by the way. I don't like it if we lose this. There's so much space down here. It starts to get really, really ugly. Because we'll just die through all of that in like one go, maybe. It's not nice. Not what we want to see. What else can we do? What other fun stuff can we do? I think we're coming back to 60.1. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we might hold this level and it might be fine. But yeah, if it doesn't hold this level, then yeah. Yes. If it doesn't hold this level, 59.8. Maybe 60.1 is something. I'd go 59.8. Come back into this. This wouldn't be nice. Alts will get wrecked again. That if that happens, that will happen on rising Bitcoin dominance, I would imagine. Maybe not. Maybe not. Anyway, I think I'm probably going to wrap it up here. I've been live for over 2 hours. So we probably call it a day. Let's see what happens here. It's not doing anything. It's boring. Like, story of Bitcoin for the last like few weeks, just boring. And meant value area low from the bottom candle. Yeah, absolutely. Bitcoin will go to zero. Yeah, okay, right, cool. I'm out of here. So thank you everybody for watching. I don't know what's going to happen with this oil trade. I don't care. I'm going to go and make myself some breakfast now and chill out. Hard stop loss. See what happens. And I will be back again. So I think those of you in the crew, we're going to do a little, because I'm doing these long streams, trading rooms I'm going to keep fairly brief. But yeah, we've got trading room later on today, and then I'm going to do some more of the educational content because I need to start releasing that. Reminder that that code is available. So look at the back up in the comment section. There is a discount coupon for crew membership. So is that where's the discount? There's your discount code for crew membership. Take yourself over to torrescrypto.com. Type that discount code in. It'll give 40% off your first month of membership if you're interested in doing that, because that is what came up on the spin the wheel thingamajiggy. And yeah, by the time I see you again, we'll know if this held or not. So cheers guys, see you soon.